Hey everybody, Holton Walker here with Apto Outdoors, and today we're going to be doing a quick video on the Railblaza Starport, the heavy duty version, installation on my feel-free Moken 12.5. So the things you're going to need for this install is going to be your Railblaza port, whether it's a side port or this one is the HD Starport, Phillips head screwdriver, Loctite clear silicone waterproof sealant, and screws. You can use everything from self-drilling screws. I actually prefer like sheet metal pan head screws. I feel like they fit the mounting holes a little better. But that's the only three things you need for this install. Let's get started and see what the end result looks like. So for this particular mount, I'm going to be mounting my visibility kit that's got my light and my visibility flag on it. So what I'm going to start off by doing is I'm going to figure out where I'm going to mount it. So this is a nice flat surface. This is where I want my flag so I can reach it and take it off while I'm fishing. So we're going to open up our screws, and you're going to get, I'm normally going to get all four of them out, and I'm going to pre-drill some holes. You can use a drill, but I think it's a lot easier when you're using a drill to go past where you want, to kind of over drill the hole, get your threads in there, and it'll really affect the way your end result is. If you over drill it, you're just going to be free spinning the screw in the hole, and it's not going to have as much grip as if you hand threaded it and got a little bit better grip on your screw and the plastic. Plastic's obviously really soft, so you want to go tight, but you never want to over tighten your screw. So right now I'm just putting a good amount of pressure down on the pan head screw and just almost drilling a pilot hole for where these screws are going to go. And then once I get the pilot holes drilled for exactly where I need them, I'm going to pull the screws back out, put a little bit of silicone sealant in the hole and also around the mounting base so that water doesn't come in through the sides. Alright, so I've got all four pilot holes drilled. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take these screws back out. So I'm going to take these screws back out, and I'm going to grab my silicone sealant and I'm going to put a little bit on each hole. I'm not worried about being too nice and neat. And then another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit around the edges of my starport. Now obviously there's a lot of gaps inside the bottom of this. You don't have to fill them up completely. I'm just getting it to where when I squish it down, it's going to seal most of that edge. Alright, so now that we've got the starport in place and our sealant in place, you'll notice when these screws go in the hole and they get closer, you'll notice it squeezes the sealant out around the pan head and around the base. That's a good thing. That means that you've got a good seal and you're actually squeezing excess material out around your mounting surface. Now there's only 4 tiny holes under this thing, so you're not having to seal, you're not having to get a 100% seal around it. You're just needing to make sure you've got a good base sealant around those holes. That way you don't have to worry about anything coming in. When you take oversplash from waves, or actually this area gets a lot of splash and water from your paddles when you have your stroke come over the back end of your kayak. So as you can see, I'm getting them tight, but I'm not over tightening them. I'm not getting them to the point where they're free spinning freely in the hole. And that silicone will actually give me a little bit better grip on this thing. We're not holding a ton of weight on it. It's just going to be the visibility kit flag that's going to be going on here. But you've got the option to put rod holders or whatever you want to at the end. Alright, so now that we've got that, I'm just going to use my finger. I'm going to go around the mounting surface. Just kind of clean up a little bit of that silicone sealant. Obviously you can use a rag if you want to, but if you don't care about your fingers getting dirty, you can just wipe it up with your hand. Alright, so that's an install. From start to finish. As you can see, that took about 3 minutes. not long at all. But hope that helps you with rigging out some of your stuff on your kayak.